Hello everybody, this is Jim from International Camera Techs. Hopefully you watched me pull the top and the bottom. This is an FE2, nice little camera, should get it going. We're going to pull the front out of this today, and then probably another video we'll do where we pull the blades out and clean all the blades up. I like to pull the fronts when I get these because there's usually so much junk inside them, and it just all needs to get cleaned up. Otherwise I sell them and they come back to me. So I like things when I sell them to go out, and if I don't do a thorough job, then they come back and people are mad at me and I'm not too happy. So we're going to go ahead and pull the front, strip the leatherettes out of it, strip the leatherettes off, pull the front, take all the screws off, unsolder everything that needs to be unsoldered. Looks like a lot of wires, not really. They're pretty straightforward if you know which wires to take off. Now, what I'm going to do this is these are going to be kind of an issue through here. Nobody's ever been into this one. Nobody's had the front off. The plastic is still over these solder connections. So I kind of like to scrape these a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but there's plastic coating on these. It makes it a little bit difficult for the soldering iron to get onto the solder and melt it. It's got a plastic covering. Don't worry about how pretty it is. We'll make sure that looks much better later. So what I want to do is go ahead and first take these two wires. One's a black, one's a green. So these two guys come out. All right, go ahead and put that back. Okay, this plate needs to come off. We got 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, 2 round-headed ones, a flat head screw. Always goes in the front here. Pull that off. Contacts for the ASA. There's your ASA contact assembly. Go ahead and take these 2 screws out. These are shorter screws than the ones above. Put them down. Put the shorter screws back in. All right. So I'll go ahead and do this. I'm just going to peel the leatherettes. There's no reason not to. So I just got an edge of a screwdriver underneath. Peel all the way down that edge. So when it goes back, I'll have a nice little edge. It's not all messed up. The leatherette looks ugly, it's because the edge is not glued down right. Okay, that's for the self-timer. I like to take the self-timer lever off. Some people don't. It's not particularly difficult. There's some corrosion, so I'm glad I took that off. All right, pull the leatherette off. Now, put this guy back on. It stops this self-timer lever, I don't know what you want to call it, a kicker, stud, whatever, from falling in once you pull the front out. So it's just a matter of holding everything in place. Okay, latch right under here, screwdriver in there, pull that, latch opens. Since I don't have any rewind knob in there, go along the edge, peel that up, leather it out, 2 screws are going to be there. So now I get the leatherettes out, I can go ahead and unsolder. So what we're going to go ahead and do is unsolder this red wire. So we got the red wire here. Voila. Okay, down underneath here, way tucked away in the corner, I don't know if anybody can see it, a black wire. That black wire needs to come out. On this board here, 2 white wires. Don't worry about exactly orientation because they just go to the same point. All right, yellow wire on top. Needs to come out. Leave the red one on top. Just a yellow. Okay, these 2 blue wires up to the sink here. Both need to come out. Over here, you got a white one. White wire's jammed up right there, and then a purple, orange one right down in here. I'll go ahead and get the white and move those across. And get the orange. You not be able to see, but that is orange. Okay, so what we want to do then take out these. This is where sometimes maybe you don't want the wind lever on. It's right there. It's plastic. You touch with the soldering iron, it's going to melt. Looks ugly, but we'll see. Red's gone. First wire in is that green. We should get a black as the 3rd wire. yellow. The last one is a blue. Just blue is buried underneath there. Come on. There it is. Should be all the wires, unless I forgot one. Okay, the white and the orange, I just tend to pull through. It's going underneath, out to the front. There was a two over here, just pull them out. They go to your switches up over here. All right, we're all set. Okay, so get the blue wire out of the way. There's that screw in the back. Go ahead and take that one out. Kind of a longish screw there. All right, and go ahead, get this out of the way. Take out two of these, or 2 out of the 3 on the meter. Your meter is under here. This one I pull all the way and then I go down about 2 turns and just keep it there. That way the meter doesn't flop around. I don't want the meter really to pull out. If it does, it can get bent. It's just an easier way to do it without damaging the meter or the scale. There's a meter scale. It has all the speeds on it. You don't want to bend that and get it all messed up. All right, so we got front screws, which are 1, should be 5 of them on the front. 3 on that side. So 1, 2, just behind the self-timer 3. Got 4, 5. This side. All right. If I didn't miss anything, that should be it. This front should be ready to come out, and it is. Boom. Okay, there we go. Yellow hooked on that wire. Pull gently, just in case you forgot to disconnect something, or something gets hooked. Ugh. All right, we're in. So when people say they do seals, very few people do this seal unless they're pulling the front. Look at that thing. The thing is just disgusting. So that's shot. So that has to be replaced. Otherwise, the shutter looks good. What am I looking for in the shutter? I'm looking for this brake system. They tend to break right here, the brake brakes. They break right at that point, right there. So you do, this little metal piece goes running around in there and that spring flops everywhere. Shutter, second curtain magnet right in there. We'll get to the shutter when we pull it out later. Generally, I'm looking for anything that may be kind of nasty looking, but it looks pretty clean. I think this will be a pretty nice little shutter to go over. And then mirror box, almost always a ton of hair, junk, Q-tips, Q-tip hair usually. All right, looks in pretty good shape. There's your meter sitting right there. I didn't want to pull it out, so it's still held on by the front. There's no reason to pull it out unless you actually have to service the meter. And this meter was actually working, so it shouldn't be a problem. So that was pulling the front out of it. Didn't take too long. I know I've done this for a while, so it's pretty easy for me, but you know, take your time if you're going to do something like this. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it if you subscribe. And this is Jim saying look for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.